So this is how the actual flue bit's set up. That's the inside bit. And that's the outer bit here, which make things so much flatter to get back into the case. This is what I originally bought, but I thought the height of this, trying to put it back into the bag, would just make it bigger. So hence I went for the small flat thing, which hopefully it should work. Fingers crossed. So this is a little wee stove. It is the smallest version they do. Well, if I pick it up, give you an idea of the sort of size of it really. Yeah, teeny weeny. So cooking, heat, what more could you ask for? That's how it normally sits on its legs, and it's not too bad, but I found that if I put some extensions on at the bottom, it just makes life so much easier to load the wood and to have a proper look inside, see what's going on. And I should put these on. So to check for the overall heat of this thing is I've got a little topped on thermal camera. Really good piece of kit this. All the bits and pieces comes with it. Yep, got it off Temu. And there's other places you get it from as well really, but for what it is, fairly cheap, and it does a good job. Checking in here now. So where the cross is in the middle, that's the sort of ambient temperature. That's the flue going up, and we can see the ceiling is still quite cold, under 3 degrees or whatever it is. Looking at the back wall, similar. Just come back. We can see it, there's no heat, just to give you a little bit of contrast. That's my feet, nice and hot. You can see my strange face here. Yep, I know, scary stuff, but never mind. Okay, so I'm going to light it, and then we're going to see what the heat thing is all around. Since putting the flue up, I was actually manoeuvred the stove around a little bit. I mean, it's going to be the first time once I've lit it, and trying to find the most optimum sort of angle of it really. I suppose it depends if the windows are open and the doors are open, just how I actually position it. That's all set up here. But what I bought for the Winterwell stove is my little kettle in the back, and it sits there quite happily, full of water, and once it starts boiling, pick the whole thing up, and away you go. Bish bash bosh. And what you can also do with it, because they've got a little cutout here, is put it here, and that will just keep it simmering and boiling quite nicely. Otherwise, you put it on the back. Good piece of kit. Make sure you've always got hot water for tea, coffee, etc. So here we go. The old girl's frying up now. Yes. Got my emergency equipment here in case I need it. Water outside. And let's get that cranked up. I'll get my thermal camera back out in a moment, just see what the heat's doing. Starting to build the heat up now. And as we can see, the roof, as I expected, is getting warm. 20 odd degrees up there, 25 degrees. The flue itself is pretty damn hot. We go on top of it, we're looking at about 200 odd degrees there. Oh. However, the wall's about 30 odd or 26. the moment, not too bad. So the outside is nothing hotter than a really, really hot day. But just inside the flue bit, yep, that's pretty warm on that bit there. Let's go have a look outside. Oh yes, okay. You can see the whole outside of it. But like I said, no more than a hot day, about 30 degrees or thereabouts. Yeah, the actual flue. Okay. Gosh, look at the heat running down the side. Excellent. That's going to keep you warm if you're batting down the hatches. Brilliant. So far, so good. Oh, back inside. Right. What with initial readings, quite impressed really. But the whole idea is to crank this right up and just see. So, a little bit more heat in there and see how it all pans out. But the heat in here now, and this bit, gosh, it's lovely. Yeah. I've hot tented before, and this is just an experiment with this little thing really, and it seems to be working out quite nicely. I've got lavus that I've hot tented in, which is like a canvas teepee type thing, which is absolutely brilliant. But one thing I didn't mention earlier on, and I should mention it now, and it's absolutely vital that if you're going to have this on, in this, and you're going to sleep in there, you definitely want one of these, without any shadow of a doubt. A carbon monoxide detector. This is going to make sure you wake up and not fall asleep, and that's it. Okay, essential items. And hints and tips on if you are using a stove is do not block everything up. People think, oh, you want to like tuck yourself in and cut all the air out. No, you do want an airflow in here, because that's going to take the air. Air's going to come in and go obviously through and out, and you want a flow in here to maintain good air to sleep in. And if you do get carbon monoxide, that is going to actually warn you of it. Now, in all the years that I've been camping out and hot tenting, this has never gone off, purely because I've kept good airflow within the tent itself. And the only time you're going to get carbon monoxide is if this starts playing up, and it doesn't start burning the fuel properly, and it starts coming up the seals and stuff like that. And that's when you're going to have issues. But most definitely get a carbon monoxide detector. Oh, looking at the heat side of it then. The roof, 50 odd ish. Down the back wall, 38. Back wall, okay, 60 odd. It's 55 ish. Okay, settling down. So how hot is this? Yeah, pretty damn hot. Okay, see there. My pan's getting quite hot, so I'm going to start cooking that in just a moment. But yeah, I'm not going to burn down. We had a few people thought I was going to burn down, and perhaps the stove was too big for the bivvy. But in actual fact, it's not too bad. Right, food. This is for you, Lee. It's been in here for about an hour. Nothing's burnt down. The top has got up to about 50 degrees. the size about 40 degrees. But yeah, excellent. Nice flame on the side of it. Cooking away. Yum yum. Wish you could be here, mate, to enjoy this and chill out. Yeah, see you soon. This has been well over an hour, well perhaps more than that really. No ill signs of the heat. It's actually held it quite well. I've used a thermal camera and it hasn't gone above 50 really at the top of here, and it's fine. But look at this. That's going to be in my belly soon. Yum bloody yum. So I reckon the whole thing's a success. Perfect. If you do this, good luck. And certainly carry a carbon monoxide detector to keep you nice and safe. Thanks for looking.